Stories that time forgot.
No one ever suspected that the corpse the Pacific Ocean never returned was a phantom, a ghost that never truly existed in the first place, because the global financial system had engineered a tunnel so cavernous and deep that a man could vanish without leaving a single legal trace behind. This is the story of the high-stakes broker who masterfully faked his own death. Imagine waking up in a lavish waterfront suite in Punta del Este, feeling the crisp salt breeze caress the heavy silk curtains, while the Uruguayan sun warms the polished marble floors beneath your feet. You possess $65 million hidden away in encrypted, numbered accounts, shielded by a stolen Norwegian identity that protects you like an invisible suit of armor. The entire world firmly believes you are dead, your body supposedly devoured by the frigid, unforgiving currents of Big Sur following a violent car accident that left your Mercedes-Benz unrecognizable, a mangled heap of twisted iron crushed against the jagged rocks. You feel the frantic, exhilarating pulse of a man who has successfully outsmarted the most powerful systems on Earth, sipping a bitter espresso while calmly reading your own obituary in the international press. But in the deep recesses of your mind, the rhythmic echo of the New York Stock Exchange floor remains a constant presence, reminding you that the paper trail of money is far more persistent and haunting than the scent of incense at your own fictitious funeral. Jonathan Mercer, once the undisputed star broker at Goldman Sachs, was not a man of emotional impulses, but a man of cold, hard algorithms. His disappearance was his technical magnum opus, executed with the surgical precision of a high-frequency trading operation on the London Stock Exchange. You feel the crushing weight of responsibility pressing down on your shoulders as you recall the glory days within the glass-walled offices of San Francisco, managing massive portfolios for 23 billionaires who placed their absolute, blind trust in your hands. For 7 long years, you had meticulously perfected a tax evasion mechanism so subtle and sophisticated that it bordered on the artistic, siphoning exactly 2.5% of the assets under management into various offshore tax havens. Every single transaction was nothing more than a faint whisper in the middle of a massive data storm, a tiny anomaly that no auditing software seemed capable of detecting. Amidst a sea of billions of dollars, you had transformed yourself into a ghost within the machine, an architect of shadows building intricate houses of cards in jurisdictions where the sun never sets on banking secrecy. The pure adrenaline of every clandestine financial move was your only drug, and your vast network of 37 offshore entities served as your secret sanctuary against the inquisitive, piercing gaze of the federal government. The atmosphere shifted with terrifying suddenness in March of the year 2011 when the air in the boardroom began to feel heavy. A young, ambitious auditor from the Securities and Exchange Commission named Michael Chun had begun to pull on a single loose thread, a minuscule discrepancy of 0.8% that threatened to collapse your entire clandestine empire. Imagine the ice-cold sweat running down your spine as you receive an internal leak warning you that the Department of Justice is preparing search warrants. You realize you have exactly 18 months to execute the complex contingency plan you designed during years of chronic insomnia. A definitive escape that requires sacrificing your current life to safeguard your future fortune. The objective is to die legally in the eyes of the state, leaving behind a heartbroken widow and a federal investigation closed. You begin purchasing used vehicles with untraceable cash, studying the treacherous tides of the Central California coast, and deliberately depositing your fingerprints in exact locations. You feel the smooth wood-grain steering wheel of the S-Class Mercedes-Benz beneath your fingertips on the night of September 30th, 2011, as you navigate the winding, treacherous curves of Highway 1. The rhythmic drone of the tires over asphalt, dampened by the thick coastal fog, is the only sound accompanying you on this lonely funeral procession toward your ultimate freedom. You reach the blind spot, a desolate stretch of cliffside devoid of security cameras where the ocean roars. You activate the automatic steering mechanism, leap from the moving vehicle, and watch as the red taillights vanish into the black abyss, followed by a sickening metallic crash. The Patek Philippe watch you intentionally left on the dashboard marks the exact second of your official death. While you descend a hidden trail toward a skiff waiting in the darkness, you feel the biting chill of salt spray on your face. Imagine the surreal, haunting sensation of walking through the streets of Montevideo under the alias Lars Johansson, surrounded by the smoky aroma of traditional asado and the rhythmic beat of candem drums in the residential barrios. You have traded your tailored Italian suits for breathable light linen and the frantic hustle of Wall Street for the deceptive calm. Every single quarter, on the 10th day, you feel the agonizing temptation to hit the execution key to transfer $680,000. It is a predictable mathematical pattern, a digital fingerprint that glows in the darkness of global servers like a high-intensity beacon. Michael Chun, from his modest, cramped office in Washington, D.C., continues to monitor those capital flows with the cold patience of a seasoned hunter. You feel the sudden, paralyzing shiver of facial recognition as you pass through security checkpoints at Carrasco International Airport, aware that a sophisticated network of high-definition cameras is analyzing every minute contour. Interpol's new algorithms find a 98% match. The Uruguayan authorities, working with American federal agents, begin a silent surveillance of your estate in Punta del Este, observing your daily routines through high-powered long-range lenses. Your private paradise is transformed into a glass cage. On June 17th of the year 2016, you hear the sharp, rhythmic thud of a battering ram at your front door. You feel a strange, unexpected sense of relief as you hand over your forged Norwegian passport. Left on your mahogany desk is a final letter addressed to your pursuer, Michael Chun, acknowledging that money leaves a deeper imprint than blood. Imagine now the jarring contrast between the opulence of Punta del Este and the sterile gray walls of the federal prison in North Carolina. You are 62 years old now, your hair turned to a dull silver, reading the Wall Street Journal delivered to you every morning. You have been sentenced to 18 years in federal prison and the total forfeiture of your assets. You feel the hollow void of solitude. Your case has sparked sweeping global reforms, forcing international banks to implement biometric verifications that make your original plan impossible today. Every byte of metadata, every cryptocurrency transfer, and every credit card purchase is a breadcrumb leading directly back to your door. Financial surveillance technology has transformed the world into a transparent fishbowl where all movements are visible to those who hold the keys. You wonder if the total sacrifice of your entire life was worth 5 years of a simulated, hollow freedom. You feel that justice was purely technical and error correction in a global ledger that demanded the accounts be balanced at any cost. The great lesson is that you can burn your fingerprints, but you can never erase your impact on the constant, flowing current of the digital economy. Would you choose extreme wealth at the cost of your right to disappear, or would you prefer the freedom of being an invisible citizen? Like and subscribe to discover more stories time forgot.